Good day, everyone, and welcome to Obidient Family TV. The program is Hope Alive. Yes, there is hope, and a new Nigeria is certainly possible. Now, good morning, afternoon, and evening, depending on your time zone. Today, we've come to have discussions, very few of them, of what is happening in Nigeria, as at today being the 29th of April 2024. The major thing that is hitting the polity and the fuel scarcity that is biting, and again the workers' wages that is being increased from state while the federal government is still contemplating, is all what we, of course, will not also forget to have a discussion on what EFCC and the American school with Yahaya Bello is happening. So these three things are majorly what we are going to do. But let's start with what happened about this particular wage increase. As you all know, the federal government has started talking, having committees being set up, and discussions going on for a long time about the minimum wage for Nigerian workers. But on a surprising twist today, the governor, Godwin Obaseki of Edo State, has increased the minimum wage for workers in the state from 40,000 naira to 70,000 naira. And the governor made this announcement during the inauguration of the newly constructed ultra-modern labor house secretariat complex for labor unions in the state. So that is the first thing we'll be starting on. So Divine, I can see that this very something is either ill-motivated or in as much as it is a good thing happening for workers. We know he's about to leave office, and we also know that there's an election coming on, which of course he has positioned somebody else, like every other state governor in Nigeria who wants to do a third term. As we know, Shaibu has been replaced already. But I'm also thinking that what might have inspired him to do this is because of the show of force that the Obidient did last weekend in Benin. It was a massive show of power that the Obidient did in Benin in support of Apata. So by now, I think he's trying to play around juvenating the workforce in support of the PDP. What's your thoughts?
Well, first off, thank you for joining us, and it's good to be here again. I think personally, what has to do with this increasing the new minimum wage, I think is really interesting, because it's looking like they're bypassing the government, because the government is still having different deliberations, even though we know it's taking over 4 months now.
That is the federal government.
Different panels and all of that. But you might not be actually far from the truth, saying that after the show of support that the Obedience have displayed for Olumide Akpata, who is the gubernatorial aspirant under Labour Party, he's probably feeling threatened, because I mean, it's looking like now we can already tell what the outcome of these elections are going to be, at least if we're going by the number of people who came out to support this man. So we understand that it is probably a desperate move to actually buy the support of the people last minute. But I think Edo people are smarter than that, right? Plus, they did not even say, the day is going to take place. Anybody can come out and make any announcement. They just particularly said that, oh, okay, we're moving it from 70,000 to, from 40,000 to 70,000. They didn't even say, okay, you know what, it's going to take effect from next month or next 2 months. He's just saying anything at this point. And so we're going to be putting our ears to the ground to pay attention, and then the people of Edo State are going to tell us if this thing already has taken fruition.
Okay, I think you're not far from it. And for us here, we advise the Edo people to watch out for this very increase, and also watch out to see that they did not buy them off with another token, because increasing 40,000 naira to 70,000 naira, why is a wonderful idea and a good concept for the workers, and a good idea for this very rising cost of food items and all of that. But let us be wary of the deceit. The people who come in this format always do that when there's election time. They always bring something to you, throw it to you, and you think that this thing is there to stay. And all of a sudden, it vaporizes. So please beware. if you are under the Obidient movement in Edo State, please stick where you are. Believe, always trust that the new Nigeria is possible, and also go for the best. So that's what we'll say. So we have seen all what the Obidient are doing in Benin and the support that they are giving the Labour Party candidates. And we believe that whoever they have selected must be somebody who has been tested, and who, of course, the Obedience over there believe should do what is expected of the Obedience. So I think that is where we will be holding on to this. Let's look at the other stories that we have on our table today. We have motorists who were stranded today in Abuja, Lagos, Kaduna, Kanu, and Sokoto, and other parts of Nigeria as fresh petrol fuel scarcity hits this country again. This situation saw long queues at filling stations across the country as black marketers sell the fuel, the premium product for between 1,200 and 2,000 naira per liter. This is really very frightening, Divine, because 2,000 naira per liter at these hard times. I mean, people should start parking their cars. And again, people who are using I Pass My Neighbor should also do what? I mean, we know that there is no, NEPA is not giving light and all of that. But I think the Tinubu and his cabinet needs to look into the issue of fuel scarcity, because I mean this thing has been removed. The subsidy we're talking about has been removed, but measures needs to be in place to cushion this effect and make sure that the supply of the premium motor spirit is actually available to Nigerians.
Well, you know, I think what's interesting particularly about this fuel scarcity is the fact that we're actually selling at a very high rate, right? 750 or 680, depending on where you buy for a liter, and yet we're still having situations where we're having like conversations, we're talking about fuel scarcity, and it's very surprising because you've increased electricity tariff rates. If you're going to, you know, Nigerians are losing on both ends. Basically, we're not getting power supply, and even the fuel that is meant to be an alternative, we're still losing on that end because now it is not even accessible to common Nigerians. And it's just sad because if you're buying fuel for 1,200 or even 2,000 naira per liter, what is now the point of this subsidy that our government claimed was so they can avoid bankruptcy and all of that? So it's just a very sad reality for Nigerians, and I need the NNPC to actually come out and, you know, these are boards that are into regulation of petroleum products and all of that. They should go back to the drawing board. Some people said it was because they had rumored a price drop, and so the independent marketers were hoarding the petrol they had because they wanted to sell at the high price. And I just think whatever story they are saying, NNPC is saying something entirely different. They are saying it's because they had issues with logistics and, you know, making sure that this they are able to transport all of this to Nigerians. I just think it's sad. And to be honest, the why is not very important to me at this point. I just need these bodies to actually, you know, go back to the drawing board and make sure that we get, you know, relief for Nigerians.
Yeah, what about this over-bloated Dangote refinery? In the last few weeks, it has been on the news that I've seen Dangote refinery this, they're moving so this, they're going to sell crude to Dangote in Naira. Oh, so much things they talked about. You know, I don't know if they just sometimes to divert the attention of Nigerians from what they should be talking about, the hardship that is going on in the country. You can't buy food any longer in the market and all of that. Where is the Dangote refinery as we are talking about fuel scarcity in Nigeria? Where are the working refineries? Because I recall that just last week I heard that the Senate went to overall inspection of all the refineries in Nigeria in Port Harcourt. They went there, they met with Simfubara governor, they were taking pictures all over the place and saying the everywhere is maintained. So where are these factories not working? I mean, the refineries. Why should there be scarcity of fuel?
I mean, for all I know, aside all the media propaganda we know our people are very good at, we know, at least right now, that Nigeria relies solely on importation of fuel. right? So all this story about refinery is majorly propaganda, and that is just the truth of it. The Dangote cement, or rather the Dangote refinery we're talking about, there was news all over the media, I think some 2 weeks ago, that they've reduced the price of diesel because he had gotten into the market and all of that. And I just think that all of this is just drama, to be very honest, because if these refineries exist like the way they say, and they plan to sell to him for whatever price, we're going to be seeing it reflecting in the price, the pump price. But all this is just drama. We still import fuel, and our government is still paying subsidy, even though they claim they are no longer paying subsidy. It's just a lot of you know things going on behind the scenes that are not telling Nigerians. And we're talking about inflation. You can imagine somebody who is right now, the original price was 680. Now people are buying for 1,000. Some places right now they're not seeing fuel. So we're now trying to see what is going to be the impact of this new fuel scarcity and fuel hike on the prices of food items in the market, because transportation is an integral part of buying food, right? Farmers need to transport their wares from one place to another to be able to sell it. So if a farmer buys for fuel for 2,000 naira per liter, how much do you expect them? Because especially the consumers are going to be at the receiving end of everything. And so I just think it's really
especially
sad.
the motorists. Sometimes they say fuel doesn't affect the farmers because they don't drive vehicles, but you forget the fact that these same farmers will have to charter or board vehicles that bought these fuels, and it increases. And again, I will also mention to our people that it is the masses that actually got injured in all of this thing. Now, when they suffer this thing well. Even the NLC chairman for Kaduna State, Ayuba Suleiman, come the appeal for NMPCL, made them come address the issue. Then talk make everybody here and say wahala day. If you go for filling station, go see say na jerrycan na full everywhere. Motor people don't begin to pack their motor. Na jerrycan na full everywhere. So now the masses now then they suffer. When big man they go tanda for that kind filling station, you go send him boy go pack the motor for there. Now we be the people will be saying they suffer. Make we wisen up. People wait there for even Benin City now when they want to do their governorship election. We wanna shine on an eye well. Make una select person where be say una go vote for and stand make that vote count. I trust the Obidient. But make we hear waiting these people for Kanuna, the Ayuba Suleiman will be the chairman of NLC. Their own NLC, no be say we trust their talk. But their talk, make we hear as they take talk am.
With our monies, we can't even get the oil. Like me, I wanted to get gas for my family, and I have to queue because I can't go in because the queue prevented me from going in, even to get the gas. Although I equally want to get petrol, but you can see the situation is really pathetic. People are queuing. In some instances, you will even go to the filling station, there is no fuel for you even to buy. So I think we are really in a dilemma. We need the government and those independent marketers to come to our rescue. Let them bring the oil. We are ready to buy it, even at the prices they are selling.
Now, as a labor leader, do you have any idea of what would be the reason for this latest development?
No, it's an information you will be hearing over the social media that they wanted to reduce the pump price. So these people hoarded the product that they have. They want to sell it at an expensive price, and probably they are thinking maybe by Monday there will be a pronouncement. That is why they are delaying. I can see some filling stations have the supply, but are not yet selling, thinking that maybe by Monday tomorrow there might be a price announcement, so they can. It's now that they will determine what to do next. Left to me, they have no any other responsibility, no option, because you say it's a pre-market. Individual can go elsewhere, secure the oil, get the oil, and he sell at his rate. He can get something out of it. So he can't do anything. You can't regulate, because they are at will to go and buy, and they are at will to sell equally. And I didn't know, maybe they might still have some regulations to put in place. But from the situation on ground, what we see in reality, they can do otherwise. Because somebody went elsewhere to get his the supply, you can't determine, he is the one to determine the price equally. So I don't think any other institution have any other thing to do. rather than NNPC as they are doing, let them continue selling, selling, and selling.
It is terrible. As I'm telling you, I manage a school, and I have teachers that come in from across the bridge because the school is situated in the northern part of Kaduna, and it has been terrible. In fact, I'm here right now to get fuel for our school bus to enable them to go and pick up our children. It is terrible, and we don't know why, and the government are not telling us anything. With your money, you don't even see fuel available in any station except this NNPC. All the fuel stations that we've been to early in the morning, they've all packed up. They are not selling fuel until we heard around 7 a.m. that NNPC here close to Stadium Roundabout are giving fuel. And you can see that our bus just entered now since 7 a.m. It is just terrible. In our area there, 4 liters cost us 6,000 naira. So, but yesterday in evening, it came down to 5,000 naira. That is to tell you that a fuel is now 1,250 naira per liter. That's how much we're getting it from the parallel market. And even the people that sells from the parallel market, as at this morning, they even ran out of stock. So we have to resort to this area. So it's 1,250 naira per liter.
So what will we appeal to the government?
Well, as if in a Nigerian, I think it's not a crime to be a Nigerian. We have not been able to enjoy anything concerning government presence in our lives. It is terrible. They should look at us with kind of pity, empathy. They should have empathy for the citizens.
These are the lamentations of the Nigerian Labour Congress chairman in Kaduna. And we have several reports coming out from Sokoto State and Lagos and many other of this that is happening. And I wonder, I don't know if this is also coincidental with the rumored sack of the Minister of Power, and also the Senate, summoning either the people who regulate the electricity, because right now power is even nowhere to be found.
Well, all of this, even if they are going to remove him, or rather there's a plan, because this is all rumors, right? Somebody is whistleblowing that there's a plot or there's a possibility that they're going to move him, and then the Senate is actually investigating the new electricity tariff hike and all of that. And I just think all of this might just be the usual drama and propaganda, because aside from removing him, we need to be certain that the new person that they're going to bring is going to have an idea of what he's actually doing in the power sector, because it goes beyond investigate, because we know how these investigations go in Nigeria. We never actually get any plausible reaction or resolution. Most times they just do the drama and just waste our time and the whole media drama that unfolds, but they never actually nip it in the bud. And so if there's an intention on their end to remove him, then they should make sure the person they're replacing him with is not somebody they are appointing just off the fact that they're trying to be nice, or they're trying to have answer to whatever political favors and whatever. We need to make sure that the new person we are putting there is actually capable of solving Nigeria's issue with power, because we're seeing what they're doing with fuel. We're also lacking in the light aspects. It's very, very traumatic.
Okay, let's while Nigerians are there, carrying their jerry cans to filling stations and struggling and all of that, I guess Chief Bola Tinubu with his people will be somewhere, and all his cabinet members won't even probably know that there is such a thing happening in Nigeria currently, because if they do, I have not heard any talk about this happening in any of our major mainstream media and all of that. And but let's wait until again tomorrow. Today is just Monday, starting of the week, and probably by tomorrow we have a State of the Nation address on this, or rather for them to actually take action on what is happening. But away from this, let's also address the final thing we have on the table here today, which has to do with the Yahaya Bello issue. Divine, I want to look at this very Yahaya Bello issue. Some people have asked several questions, but there is one that has been asked by a little child that is distant. You have a child of 10 who actually heard about this particular Yahaya Bello and EFCC conundrum, and then told the dad. The dad will just, kind of, chip this to me. And he told the dad that he heard about this, that it's a very bad thing that a ex-governor has been declared wanted, but that she's going to forward the picture that is being shown from the Obidient Family TV, that she's going to share it with her friend so that any of her friends who happens to come across, see him, will inform the police to arrest him. Then that was like a few days ago. Then yesterday, she now said that the police, that she read in the news that the police has been withdrawn from the police details has been withdrawn. So he said, why didn't those police arrest the ex-governor? You can see the question coming from a child. And my friend who is the dad now said he doesn't know what else to tell the young girl. And he said, please, can you go and get your homework? Let me help you do. Because he doesn't know how to handle that very part of why didn't the police that is protecting him arrest him? Well, I think that is a story that we can also learn something from. But there is certain things has come up over the weekend. There was reports that the school did not return the money because they went to court and all of that. But then again, we have another report that is suggesting that the American school did return that money to EFCC. We don't even know which one is one. But let me position it this. The American International School, Abuja, has said that it complied with the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. The request to return school fees to the family believed to be Yahaya Bello, the governor, the ex-governor of Kogi State, because it aligned with its commitment to institutional integrity and respect for national institutions in Nigeria. That is coming from the school. And it was reported that about $760,910 US was refunded to the EFCC, which was part of the $845,852 that was allegedly paid by Bello in 2021 to cover long-term school fees for his children. The refund relates to the tuition for 5 children of the ex-governor, with the funds initially intended to secure their education from 2021 to 2035. That is 11 years. Wow. But, well, we don't know which one is it. We keep digging by tomorrow. Let's find out whether this school had actually refunded EFCC or that they have dropped it into the state coffers. The big question in all of this is, where is Yahaya Bello? Where is he? Is it in government house being protected by his prestige, or he is now, or has he gone out of Nigeria? After all, we heard about the Binance man that flew overnight.
Well, very, very valid questions, if you ask me, because, I mean, where is Yahaya Bello? I don't know how to answer that. But the people who should be actually able to give us answer to this are not particularly telling us anything. But I think it's insane that he paid that's almost $1 million, right, to secure the tuition for 11 years. That means he has been planning this for a really long time. There's somebody that has not entered school or that he paid upfront for, you understand? And people still defend this man in advance.
Now, I might not be, I might not want to join issues with the EFCC because I know they are not doing what they are supposed to do. But what is painful is why this man was in office. He did not pay salaries. He did not pay pensioners. He did not do all of these things. But to spend that whopping amount of money, if he says he is not liable and it's not the state's money, I mean, he should come out. He's running away from so Nigeria will not happen to him. We want Nigeria to happen to all these ex-governors who run to the Senate. Let the Nigeria thing happen to them. Just like Ekweremadu is an example in the UK.
like you said, in the UK, I don't know how much of that we can replicate here in Nigeria, because we know that Nigeria is, once you've given, you know, and you've greased the right palms, anything, you can get away with anything. But I want to believe this case is going to be different. But from the way this story is unfolding, we can see that he had a plan and he just needed a platform, because it is one thing, you can tell when somebody stole with an intention, like it was something was planned, right? Because he was paying in advance for years and years of school fees of his children, and who knows what else he paid for, right, with taxpayers' money. And it's very sad because for the school fees to amount to such a huge amount of money, they were not paying peanuts, and he knew, he was very much you know, aware of what he was doing. And so I just want the EFCC to just, you know, nip this whole situation in the bud, because we keep reporting it and keep reporting it, and we need to actually have headways. Either this man is arraigned and tried, if not for anything, because now it's just looking like we're just having conversations. And
let's even get one of the governor that will go to prison for all this embezzlement, because we have not seen anyone that happened. It's always diverting our attention. At the end of the day, they will get acquitted. Well, the statement that was issued on Saturday, the head of the school, which is Greg Hawks of that American school, said that the institution had nothing to hide and has been cooperating with EFCC to address this very matter. So Hawks admitted that the school accepted an advance payment for these school fees, which was duly documented in their records, and has returned the money to the EFCC in compliance with a request to carry out investigation. Well, that is coming out from the reports that we are getting. We will find out to make sure whether it is EFCC that has gotten that money or whether it is returned to the state coffers. So, while acknowledging the sensitive nature of the ongoing case between the EFCC and Yahaya Bello, well, we understand that the matter is still in court, and we also encourage Yahaya Bello to show up. Let him stand up for, as a man he is, come out of his hiding and defend his innocence. That is what we want Yahaya Bello to do. He is a strong man. Let him come out, defend your integrity. Well, my people, that is how we are going to end it for. Before I go away, there is something I will not fail to do, which is informing all Obedients of ongoing registration of the Obidient family cooperative societies across Nigeria. All local governments, wherever you are in your local government, join the community of Obedience. Engage with Obedience in your local government. It does not matter the support group where you are. What we are talking about is welfare of the Obedience. Certificates of registration from different states has started coming out. When you get registered, at least you become an entity that is recognized, and we have your executive, and we have people who we can deal with and support what you are doing in your communities. Please, if you are watching Obidient Family TV right now, please share this very particular video so that Obedience, everywhere they are, will know the ongoing structural arrangement of the Obidient movement. We want people to understand that this is welfare, purely for the welfare of the Obedience. We want the Obedience everywhere in their residential local government to come together, register with the government of the state, and then start engaging in business of mutual benefit. And we will continue from the Obidient Family TV to project what they do in their communities, from their local government. And if there are no funds for registrations, because each state differs and they all require funding for registration, the members, of course, the people who gather themselves are supposed to raise money to do those registrations. But in the case where it is not available, reach out to us, join our community, inform us, and give us the details of the number of persons in your local government so that we can support you with the funds to register the cooperative in your local government. Join the community now. There's a link in this very video, in the description of this video, and also at the comment section, there should be a section where you can click on the WhatsApp platform to join the community. When you do, you'll find the local government where you belong to, and you go into those local government. And then you join the discussion and meetings that we do have every Sunday by 7 p.m. And you, of course, you have access to the other meetings that we've been having previously. Join the community of the Obedience everywhere across the crannies of Nigeria. Thank you very much as you share this so that other people will know that there is this very ongoing registrations of Obedience in all the whole Nigeria. And thank you very much for doing so, because I know that you have done so. Until tomorrow when you come your way again. Bye for now.
Which immigrant group is the most successful worldwide? Today, we turn our spotlight on one particular group that stands tall on the global stage: Nigerian immigrants. With their indomitable spirit and relentless pursuit of excellence, Nigeria is a vibrant picture of success across various fields worldwide. Let's start with education. Nigerian students have been consistently outshining their peers, turning heads with their exceptional academic prowess. A student who may have graduated with a third class in Nigeria often finds themselves graduating with first-class honours abroad, thanks to their resilience and the availability of better facilities. Their thirst for knowledge and unwavering commitment to personal growth have seen them rise to the top, one degree at a time. In the realm of medicine, Nigerian doctors are not just saving lives, they're breaking records. They're pioneering medical advancements, leading research, and setting new standards of excellence. Regardless of the corners of the world they find themselves in, they carry with them their commitment to service and their ability to rise above challenges. Across various professional careers, the Nigerian diaspora has made its mark. They've climbed corporate ladders, shattered glass ceilings, and built successful businesses from scratch. Behind their achievements is a story of hard work, determination, and a deep-seated desire to excel. Despite the obstacles they face, Nigerians abroad have proven that they are not just survivors, they are achievers. They've turned challenges into stepping stones, using each setback as a launchpad for greater heights. They've shown that they're not just about surviving, but thriving. And why do they strive so hard? For many, they bear the hopes and dreams of families back home. They're not just working for themselves, but for the ones they love, the ones who look up to them. They shoulder these responsibilities with grace, their determination fueled by love and a sense of duty. With so many records being broken by Nigerians in the diaspora, it's clear that when it comes to work, Nigerians are a force to be reckoned with. What is it about Nigerians that makes them stand out in a crowd, you might ask? Well, the answer lies in their innate intelligence and the unique way they channel their smartness. Nigerians have a knack for turning every challenge into an opportunity, leveraging their intellectual break barriers and set new standards. Take a look at the global academic sphere, and you'll find Nigerians making significant strides. Many Nigerians who graduate with third-class degrees at home find themselves easily securing first-class honours abroad. How is this possible? Not magic, but a testament to their ability to thrive when given the right tools and environment. In Nigeria, they may face infrastructural and institutional challenges that limit their academic performance. But when they land in foreign lands, where these barriers are removed, their true potential shines through. But it's not just about the transformation of grades, it's about the application of knowledge. The smartness of Nigerians isn't confined to the four walls of a classroom. They apply their intelligence in various fields, from technology to medicine, arts to entrepreneurship, engineering to athletics, and so much more. Nigerians are known for their ingenuity and innovative thinking, which has seen them create solutions to problems and build successful careers both at home and abroad. However, it's important to note that while some may misuse their intelligence, those who channel it properly are simply unbeatable. They turn their smarts into a force for good, creating positive impacts in their communities and the world at large. And so, the world watches in awe as Nigerians, with their intelligence and resourcefulness, continue to break records, shatter stereotypes, and narrative. They're not just surviving, they're thriving, taking on the world one step at a time. Nigerians, with their intelligence and resourcefulness, are indeed making their mark on the global stage. Their story is one of resilience, innovation, and unwavering determination. a testament to the power of the human spirit when it is fueled by intelligence and the will to succeed. Did you know Nigerians are considered the second happiest people in the world? A statement that might catch some off guard, yet it's a fact that shines a light on the resilience and spirit of the Nigerian people. The Happiness Index is a global indicator that measures the overall well-being and contentment of different nations' citizens. It takes into account various factors such as economic stability, social support, life expectancy, freedom to make life choices, generosity, and perception of corruption. And even though Nigerians face a myriad of challenges, they continue to rank high on this index. Now, you might wonder, how is this possible? How do these people, who often face significant challenges, manage to maintain such a high level of happiness? The answer lies in the heart of the Nigerian spirit. Nigerians are marked by an unwavering positivity and resilience. They possess an undeniable ability to find joy and laughter in the face of adversity.